live on Facebook. We're live on IG. Let me give you my theme song. Let me give you one of my theme songs for my show.
Grammarly's top 3 tips on starting an essay.
Let me get that set
Struggling
up.
to put pen to paper.
Um, Live. I'm not gonna be too long tonight, but hey, it's your favorite coach and referee, Coach Smith would love the game 24/7, because you have to love it 24/7, right? If you're gonna go from Pop Warner Little League football to middle school ball and continue to develop like you need to develop, so when you go from each level, you're prepared, well informed, right? Your skill level is up to where it needs to be as you matriculate and move up each level, and then as you go from middle school and preparing yourself for high school, whether it be JV or varsity football, you got to get your skill level developed, right? You can't stay the same. If you stay the same like that little kid in Pop Warner, there's some similar things that you can do, right? You can. Some people tell you them little league moves don't work anymore. No, they still work, but you just got to know when and how to do that stuff as you get to each level, because everybody gets faster, bigger, stronger, smarter about the game. Okay, the speed of the game, and you might have been a star, balling out about when you were a young kid or young lady, but people are going to catch up with you. Okay, other kids your age will eventually catch up with you especially when you get to that high school level, and definitely in college, in pros. Everybody's on equal ground. Okay, when it comes to talent level, pretty much, right? Because you're the best of the best. Okay, and tonight, you need to be aware. I'm having my camp here in the Wilmington, North Carolina area, March 29th, and I got people signing up. Space is limited, and we want to give you the attention that you deserve from elementary to middle school to high school, so that you can get your football skills developed to the level that they need to be, so you can get yourself exposed, right, to these college recruiters. So as I just shared on my TikTok briefly, I was on over there for a little bit. Now I'm over here on my Facebook, YouTube, and my IG Coach Smith 27, YouTube Love the Game 24_7, and Facebook. Okay, so you can find Coach Smith. I'll be around, just like CeeLo was just saying, right? Because I'm from the South, and that's how we roll. Okay, when we play this game, in any game, and so I'm here to help, give you the cheat code. Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about tonight, just a little bit briefly. That if you want this cheat code, right? Because I know you gamers out there. Because I was a little gamer when I'm in my younger days, before all this stuff got to the level that it is today with these video games. I was a gamer. I had all the new. I've been around. I'm gonna tell you my age, but I've been around to see how the evolution of video games, right, from the beginning stages of it. That's when I was a little kid. That was the onset of video games, and so I've been alive and blessed to see how things have progressed in the video game world. And when I was in middle school, in high school, I was a little gamer, especially with the sports games. But there were some other games that I got into as well. However, but I know you gamers today, you're always looking for that cheat code to help you get through the levels, right? On Fortnite, and even some of the sports games with EA Sports, all those different things. And I'm just I can't think of them right offhand. But you young athletes that are listening, and parents who have young kids like I did when my kids were growing up, doing the Legos and doing the video games, as it has gotten to this level now, and just I remember when my son was playing those games with Michael Vick and Tim Tebow and all those other guys, and now he's a pro athlete on these video games, right? And going to big colleges, and we even talked about how it's just crazy that he got to that level to where he's on these video games, or you can choose him and pick him on these video games. And so I just remember as a kid just letting him have that dream and telling him, hey, one day you might, you will have to give. I'm gonna help you get that opportunity, and you may be somebody might be playing you on a video game one day. And by the blessing of my all glory be to God, he was able to do that and achieve that. So he's a current NFL athlete. And so I want to give you guys a cheat code, just like you gamers want these cheat codes. Okay, I want to give you the cheat code, young man, young lady, athlete out there, and parents of these great young athletes. And if you're a football athlete, then you need to be at Coach Smith March 29th camp. You need to go to lovethegame247.com, lovethegame247.com. And this weekend, I will be giving um, discount codes for Instagram and for TikTok and for um, those who follow me on those things to, uh, give you opportunity to get a discount for the camp. But if you want that cheat code, if you want the information to help you elevate your recruiting opportunity, and as I said, always recruiting is recruiting, right? No matter if you're male or female, right? Regardless of what sport it is you play, okay? This cheat code that I give, because I'm, like I said, I'm a sports lover, but I play football. So my passion is sports. As you can see, I'm a referee. Okay. I've been mentored by some referees here locally that are ACC refs, college refs, right? My mentor, he's done a lot of big games this year. He even did the Ohio State Texas game, Mr. Fort. Shout out to you, Mr. Fort. And he even referees with one of my partners, one of my homies I grew up with, Troy Ryder, giving you a shout out back home in Florida, ACC ref. I even had a ref that I met in our association here in Southeast North Carolina that had refereed one of my son's game when he was starting at quarterback against Wake Forest his freshman year. So it's just we have a strong, good core group of gentlemen. Um, from all walks, man, just great. Um, we're just diverse. We're DEI. We're diverse, equity, and included in our local association with referees. And I'm learning a lot from each and every one of those. And I soak it up as much as I can, just like I did when I played football and like I did when I ran track, any sport. I'm going to soak it up wherever I am at the moment and learning something new in sports. I'm listening to those ones who have done this much longer than I have, right? Because I'm usually coaching, okay? Either playing in my days of playing and move to coaching. Now I'm matriculating to being a referee, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm just letting you guys know, in order to be, because I love the game 24/7, I'm not going to take on something and think that I know it all as a referee. No, the heck I don't. Okay, they're giving me cheat codes on how to make sure I retain what I need to retain. So when I need to make calls on the football field, and now doing basketball um, right now as well. So I have some good group of gentlemen who have been doing this thing much longer than I have. Just like I'm trying to tell you guys, I've been doing this football recruiting or sports recruiting much longer than some of you all have. And so it's always good to listen to somebody who's already been there and done that, right? And I'm listening to these referees who have been there and done that, so that I can be, so I can take my game as a referee to the next level, and hopefully maybe give myself an opportunity to referee in college. Hey, you never know, right? I'm gonna do it um, for as long as I can, okay? And because I love the game, and it's just something else to do. I can't play anymore. Them days, it's a young man sports. It's a sport. It's a young lady sport, right? It ain't Coach Smith sport, but I know enough about it that a lot of things haven't changed. Okay, football is still football, track and field is still the same, basketball, all of those things are still the same. All right, and some of you young um, athletes, very talented, but you still got to always learn how to be a student of the game. All right, you got to be a student of how to get recruited, how to get yourself put on. I shared young man here. I gave him the cheat code about how to get recruited, and he had never been to any camps. He listened to me. He followed, my advice. His parents invested in him. They paid, for my, information and talents to help their son, and he got offered to go to a Division II school, and now he's going to have an opportunity to play at the next level and give him, and who knows what happened, So, and then another young man, is like a nephew of mine, my wife's best friend's son, and he has strong GPA, got himself $15,000 a year to go to University of Oklahoma to be a preferred walk-on, and I know he's going to run away with that opportunity, and eventually he will earn himself a scholarship. I don't doubt it, not one bit. Whether it be there or he go somewhere else, hey, whatever. It's not about you know, how you start, but it's about what you do with where you start. You got a chance to start and play college football. You got yourself an opportunity. Doesn't matter how it came, okay? Whether it's a full scholarship, partial scholarship, doesn't matter, okay? I got 25 years in financial aid, and I'm going to be heading to a conference here soon to get prepared for 25, 26. Because some of you guys don't realize you get these full scholarships, partial scholarships. You got to get that FAFSA. You seniors got to get your FAFSA done, right? And for you young guys in middle school and coming into high school, or you high school guys that are not seniors yet, you better get this information from Coach Smith. You better go subscribe to my YouTube channel at Love the Game 24_7 and go watch those shorts. Go view the information I talk about with sports. And I got 25 years in financial aid on showing people how to find money, how to research for scholarships, right? Because sometimes even though you're on a full scholarship, going to play sports, you may be eligible for some federal aid, some state aid, institutional aid. If you do that, if you do that application very early when it first come out, you could have some extra money in your pocket to do some other things, especially when you're on a full scholarship for sports. You young lady and young ladies out there, and you young men out there that play sports and are getting touted for your ability to play that game, whatever game it is: lacrosse, baseball, basketball, volleyball, right? Softball. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what are you going to do with the opportunity. You're going to waste it away. Okay. I have people. We're getting ready right now for new students, incoming freshmen, that are going to be coming, or they're calling now trying to find out what kind of aid they're going to be getting at every school. They're calling every school, not just my school where I work. They're calling every school that they've applied for, that they've been accepted to, and they've got their financial aid application in, and they're trying to figure out what's the best place, where can they afford to go to the school with all the different schools that they like. And some people are going to be crying because it's just the nature of what it is, and I hate when it happens because some people didn't prepare well, or some people just got their heart set on that I gotta go here, and you may not be able to afford it. Okay, so that's why I tell you, if you're an athlete, if you're a musician, cheerleader, I don't care. There's scholarship money to help pay for your education, and you got to tap into that stuff. You can't just. Too many girls walk away from playing sports and then go to school and have to pay all this money. Too many young ladies, you walk away from being an athlete because you say you're tired of it and you don't want to do it anymore. But then you go, then you put too much emotional stress, mental stress on yourself to how you're going to get your education paid for. You put it on your parents, and same with some young men as well. It ain't just the young ladies. Okay, I've seen some young men that give up playing their sports too when it's time to go to college, and they may have had opportunities. You can't just shut the door on that. It's a means to an end, right? It's a means to put less, pressure or stress on yourself. That, hey man, I've been doing this all my life, then I can do it in my sleep. So go play a sport to help pay for your education, so you won't be stressed out on how the bill is going to get paid. Do you guys understand that? I'm giving you some cheat code, a little bit of cheat code stuff. But for you football players, the space is limited, right? You need to get signed up now and get registered to get the cheat code to get here to North Carolina and Wilmington area before you guys go run off to the college camps and the ranking camps, and you're not prepared like you need to be. Because I know you're not. Because I've been in this game long enough. There's a lot of young men right now who want to play football that don't have anywhere to go. No, some fault is theirs and some fault is not theirs. Okay, and some of them didn't get the help or information that I'm giving you right now tonight to help improve, to give them the cheat code. You got to invest in yourself. Parents, you got to invest in your young athlete. Whether you got a son or a daughter, whether they're athlete or not, you got to invest in them so you can help them get scholarship opportunities so they keep their GPA up. I got that young man here in North Carolina, got his GPA up. He got a Division II offer to go play football. Still doing something he loved to do and pay for his education. Now his parents shouldn't be stressed out. Get that FAFSA in, right? Same thing for the young man that's getting the preferred walk on. It's like a nephew of mine going to University of Oklahoma because his GPA was so good. He's getting some big dollars per year. And then when University of Oklahoma football program, the coaches found out about that, now it doesn't have to come out their budget just yet. And then if he happens to work out and be a really good football player, he got here first by getting major academic money. That's why we tell y'all you need a 3.0 or better. And if you really got a better than a 3.0, Like this young man is like a nephew of mine that had a 3.7, 3.8, or higher. Someone, he's up in there. He got accepted to every school he applied to that he liked, that he wanted to go, hopefully with, dreaming of getting a scholarship to go play football. Well, he didn't get it, but he got a preferred walk on at Oklahoma. And he got major academic scholarship money. So now the football coaches are like, hey, no, we like this kid. We just don't have the money. Okay, so he's getting his money through academics. Hey, that's cool. It don't matter how you get it. Doesn't matter how you get an opportunity, but he's going to be treated just like any other football player. He's going to be training and working out, eating that same food, lifting them same weights, practicing with those same guys. They help him develop and improve, right? That's what any school like Oklahoma, he's going to SEC, right? He's at a major university. They got facilities that are just top notch. They help him improve his skill. So it doesn't matter how your opportunity comes. What are you going to do with it when you get the opportunity? Are you going to go all out and love the game 24/7 and do what you need to do so eventually you may earn yourself a full scholarship? For those of you who don't have a full scholarship, right? Or anything at all, right? And so, like I'm telling you, these incoming freshmen, whether they're athletes or not, doesn't matter. They're trying to figure out how they're going to pay. What kind of award money are they going to be getting? Because they're trying to figure out what's going to come out of their pocket. But if some of you all would have come and got the cheat code from Coach Smith, right? If your parents would have invested into some things, and some parents you may have invested in some things, and maybe it didn't work out, and you have to be careful, right? And those are some things that I'll tell you. Don't just invest with Coach Smith and love the game 24/7. There may be some other things you need to invest in. You may not live in my area, and you need somebody to train you. Okay, I can help you with that in that area. Okay, I can help find you somebody in your state, in your area. Okay, so um, that can help continue to develop you after you come here. But some of you guys need to come here March 29th before space runs out and you can't get in, right? Whether you're an elementary, middle school, or high school athlete, I'm going to help you get the cheat code to your recruiting opportunities to grow, okay, for you football athletes, okay? And then for everybody else, that I don't have a camp for right now, but I'll share stuff. But I have coaches in sports right now following me right now that I'm planning on working on interviewing some folks, but I can't interview too many basketball people because why? The season is going, so I get them after the season is going. I got some football coaches that I'm working on, right, that I know personally from my hometown that are coaching college sports that I'm working on getting some interviews set up so they can come personally on here and talk to you about what they look for, right? That's some more cheat code stuff. So you need to be sure you subscribe to Love the Game 24_7 on YouTube and Coach Smith 27 on IG, right? And my TikTok, Love the Game 24/7. So you can be well informed, so you can get prepared, so you can get those things that you feel like you deserve because you feel like you're a baller. But you got to be able to prove that when it's time to get tested. And if you guys aren't prepared when the test, because they give you these 40 times that they're looking for, and these L drill and the short shuttle and the broad jump and the vertical jump, and they want to look and see if you've been putting time in the weight room in the gym, if you pass the eye test, right? Because they'll look, oh, okay, you look good on the surface, right? On the surface, you look good, but when we go deep and see what you look like when you have to compete against yourself, right? In your 40 time, does it look like it needs to look at your age and at your position? And then when you got to compete against other guys, right? And go up against other guys, okay? That's part of helping you get developed, right? And so I'm having this camp March 29th to help you guys get prepared. So between March 29th and you coming to Love the Game 24/7 camp here in the Wilmington, North Carolina area, okay, in June 1st, when all the college camps start, and you need to go to college camp. And I don't want to hear anybody tell you about they can help you with a scholarship, get a scholarship, and the college coaches haven't been able to put eyes on you. No, let me tell you, especially with my son playing quarterback, when he was getting recruited for quarterback, it was very clear that they wanted him to come to camp. These schools, um, who is it, Northwestern, right, in Chicago, Northwestern, um, in the Big 10 or Big 12, whatever it is, Iowa State, Purdue, Um, who else? Where we went? Indiana, Boston College. We went to Florida. We went to USF. We went to Florida State. Okay, we went down to Miami. Um, when these schools who really start showing you some interest, oh, they want you to come to camp. You're gonna come to camp because you won't get an offer. Now, see, I'm giving you too much. I'm giving you too much of the cheat code right now. So you need to get here March 29th, and you need to go to lovethegame247.com and get yourself signed up so you can get here and get the cheat code on what it is that you need to do, the information that we're going to, the workout and training we're going to take you through, the information you're going to receive, right? And then you'll have the opportunity, even with that, to where you'll have opportunity to be able to meet with Coach Smith one-on-one, through a Zoom meeting, me looking at some of your videos, all that kind of stuff. You're going to have opportunity that I'll be sharing and talking about that if you need it to help, um, you know, view your video footage of your play. But you're going to have to go to a college. Nobody's giving nobody scholarships, and they haven't been able to physically put their eyes on you, or have you physically come to a camp and compete against other athletes that they're recruiting for your same position. You are going to have to show up. Nobody's giving scholarships to someone and you haven't shown up to their camp, right? So it was very clear when my son was getting recruited, and especially with him playing quarterback. But it's going to be the same for any position, but definitely for quarterback. They're going to want you to come to camp. They got to make sure that because they really like you from what they've seen, and um, and other schools maybe giving you some love, and they talk to each other. You're gonna have to show up to camp, and they're gonna want to see you compete. Okay, and so that's just how it is. You're not gonna get an offer, and you haven't shown up unless you're getting offers from some major people where you showed up for camp there, right? And that big name school gave you an offer. Well, if that big name school gave you an offer, with some of the other folks are gonna start saying, okay, well, if he got an offer there, we may need to open our eyes up and see what's going on, especially if you got an offer and then you're liking another school in their conference, right? At any level, whether it's Division 1, FBS, or Division 1 FCS, or Division 2, or so forth and so on. If a school in their conference offers you, the other school is going to be wondering, okay, who is this? Who is this young man? Who is this young lady? Okay, um, and you see, I'm always got some sports on, so I can stay in the know. But most of the time when I'm watching sports, especially when it comes to football and basketball, since I'm a football and basketball referee, I'm watching the referees so I can you know develop my skill as a referee. Just like you need to develop your skill as an athlete in your sport, you got to listen to other people who've already been there, right? Who've been doing it for years and they know this stuff. Okay, and then um, and so that's just what it is, guys. So I didn't want to really be long, tonight. Um, I had to do 2 games, was like 3 games this week, so I got those things in. One of my older brothers was in town visiting. I'm praying for my other brother, Pat. Love you, bro. He lost his mom, and so they're doing a home going. So I'm praying for my big brother to get through it. Um, and my other brother live. Um, but yeah, so praying for them. But yeah, guys, I don't want to be long winded tonight. So I just want to tell you, get registered. Come get your cheat code, right, to your college recruiting opportunity, right, to learn what you need to do. Come get the cheat code for that, right? Coach Smith has it, especially for you football players and track athletes, but all you athletes, right? But I know football like none other. That's my love. Okay, I'm a sports lover, but I love me some football and I love me some track and field. Okay, um, and so you need to get signed up before space runs out. Right, for you elementary, middle school, right, and high school kids. Right, there are a lot of young men, you know, in football who did things late. Okay, and they may not be going where they wanted to go, or they may not even have anything set in stone yet. Still, okay, it is what it is. And if as I said, if you don't have your TEE, your T time right, your time, energy, and effort, okay, in the right direction, right, in the right focus, um, There's a lot of young men that could, that didn't get a scholarship yet, right? Or don't know what's going on with them yet, or they may end up walking on somewhere, or whatever the case, going to junior college, trying to get uh, themselves an opportunity to play, and they don't know yet. Okay, and I hate that because it didn't have to end up that way, right? If they had the cheat code, right? If they would have connected with Coach Smith, right? And there's some other great people out there, so connected with somebody who knew what they were doing to help you in your recruiting. Okay, um, and so I'm just being real. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be 100, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck, as they say today. You young folks say today. Okay, and if you want me to keep it a buck, then you need to keep it a buck, and you need to get in and get this cheat code and learn what you need to learn. Because some of you all aren't as good as you think you are yet. You have the potential to be. I definitely believe you have the potential to be, but you're not there yet, right? I told you most of the scholarships that people are fighting for are for the good and really good players, not for the great and really great players. Because those, we don't have too many of those, right? Those are the guys who understand it. You know, they understood the assignment. Okay, and some of you all haven't totally understood the assignment, and you're hurting your recruiting. Okay, and so most of the scholarships are being fought for. I'm telling you, right? I'm in financial aid. I have people come in my office regularly, but most of the scholarships people are fighting for are the good and really good athletes, male and female. Now, what's going to set you apart? What's going to make the college coach at the schools that you want to go play for? What's going to set you apart from those other good and really good players, right? Young lady, athlete, young man, athlete. What is going to set you apart? What is different about you, right? Could be your GPA. I'm better than a 2.8 coach. I'm at a 2.9 or a 3.0. Okay. You make it easy for them to get you, right? You make it easy for them to offer you because you got your grades. But it has to be something, right? For all you good and really good players, and for those ones who understand, they already got scholarships. Those ones who understood the assignment, like my little nephew, I told you, young man like a little nephew to me. He got a preferred walk-on opportunity at University of Oklahoma. He understood the assignment. He improved every year with his stats, his size, his strength, his understanding of the game, right? His grades are off the chain, off the charts. Never had to worry about that. My only concern with him was getting his body developed. And he bought into his high school coach program. They got a good program out there where he was playing high school ball. They had quite a few kids go Division 1, right? Now he's going SEC, and I don't doubt one bit because of what he's already shown, right? I helped him. I gave him the cheat code, right? Um, and he got himself an opportunity, and I know he's gonna make the best of it because he's improved, and I know he's gonna put the work in. So what are you gonna do, young lady? What are you gonna do, young man? Right? Okay. LoveTheGame247.com, y'all. Enough is enough with some of you kids missing out on your opportunities because you didn't understand the assignment on what it takes, right, to get that 40 time right before you go step on somebody's campus and run that 40 or that short shuttle. And that time ain't looking like it needs to look. And a lot of times it ain't because you aren't fast enough. It's because you didn't know what to practice. You didn't know what to do. You didn't realize what kind of time and effort you need to put in. You didn't understand TEE, T time, energy, and effort, on and off the court or field, whatever it is. So I'm just trying to help y'all wake up and tell you because I've been in this thing 25 years. I've seen a lot still, and sometimes I see the same thing coming across my desk. And I'm like, man, when are some people gonna get it? When are they gonna understand? Because I'm sure somebody may have come across their way to help them try to understand it, and they just, you know, time ran out on them. Okay, and I don't want time to run out on you. Okay, I don't want time to run out on you, and I don't want you to have to spend a whole ton of money for your education that you shouldn't have to spend a ton of money on. All right, but like I said, we're getting ready right now to package new incoming freshmen All schools around the country, all these incoming freshmen are trying to figure out what kind of aid they're going to be eligible for to help pay that bill. Right? We get phone calls. I get phone calls, emails every day right now. Students trying to find out, oh, have all the scholarships been given out, or where do I go apply for scholarships? And we've had that information out since December 1st. And we got a March um, priority date for new and returning students to get it done by, so they can be at the top of the list. Whenever you hear something come out, whenever you guys hear about, no, I ain't gonna get. I'm gonna come to March 29th football camp. Go subscribe and view Coach Smith Love the Game 24/7 YouTube channel and TikTok. Go follow me. Go. I got stuff out there. I want you guys to get it, man. I want you to get it. It's a great experience. Nothing like playing college sports. Nothing like playing college football and basketball and track. But there's nothing like it. And I don't want you to miss your opportunity, guys. And too many of you are missing your opportunity. Okay? And to me, it's like enough is enough. Right? So, hey, but it's on you. It's in your court now. I gave you the date. It's solid. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you all to show up. I got coaches and people waiting on you all to show up March 29th. Go get registered. Go get registered. Don't wait, because you might lose your spot. Because I'm gonna have to cut it off. And when it's time to cut it off, when it's time me start talking about on my podcast and these shows, and I come on and like, hey, all right, y'all, we're getting down to the wire. And I'm getting close to the cutoff time. Cutoff number. And I don't want you to miss your opportunity. Okay. And I want you guys to understand, you got to start at a young age, parents. You got to get this thing going. You keep delaying, right? Every year you keep delaying. I've seen it. Trust me, I've been there. People calling me, and they want you to do magic. I'm like, can't do magic. I'm not a magician. I'm a believer. I believe in hard work, faith. Um, I believe things happen because you put time in, energy, and effort in, and because you've done the steps that you've been taught and trained, just like you would taught and trained in your sport. You got to buy into the game plan, right? Every Friday, you got to buy into every week, new week, you got to buy into the coach's game plan for the new team, for the new opponent. If you don't buy in, then there's no wonder you're not winning games. There's no wonder you're not having some success, because you haven't bought in. Whether you agree with it or not, buy in. Come on one accord. Get everybody, be a leader, and get everybody on one page, on the same accord, on one accord, and have your success, and enjoy some success. But like I've said before, you will reap the results of what kind of effort, time, energy, effort you put in. If you don't put in the ample time, energy, and effort, why would you be expecting great results, great opportunities, and you haven't done great work? You haven't put great tea time in, time, energy, and effort. And you're expecting big offers, right? But you haven't put big investment in yourself. I spent money for my son. I spent money on myself, but I spent money on my son because I believed and knew what he could do. Because I followed an older brother who played at every level, and I had the blessing of playing at every level, and now I have an older son, the blessing of playing at every level. It ain't no surprise. It wasn't no surprise to me. It was just a matter of time of when it was going to happen as he matriculated through. Right? It was no surprise in other young men that I've helped. It ain't no surprise. Ain't no surprise, y'all. When you get young men who are willing to listen and are coachable, right? And willing to put some extra time in, get to practice early, stay a little late. When you do things that way, man, you're gonna get some results. And then when I reach out and tell people about who you are, and I know you've been putting that tea time in, that time, energy, and effort. And when I watch your video footage, I'm like, yeah, he got it. Let me hustle. Let me get this kid in front of some people. Like I already told you, I was DMing some coaches last week, Division I coaches, saying, I'm like, hey coach, I want to help you find you some talent. And they're like, oh, and one of the coaches coach where my son played and remembers my son and remembers like, yeah, coach, we need some young men like your son. And if you got them out there, man, bring them my way. I'm telling you, I'm just letting you know, guys. I don't make this stuff up. I don't have time to make stuff up. So, but if you're somebody that I get put my eyes on, and I see you can ball, I'm putting you in front of some people. I'm gonna help you get where I'm gonna put you on as much as I'm gonna put every effort. I'm gonna put my tea time in to helping you. All right, y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you this weekend. And you just need to get signed up. If you're a young male or female athlete, talk to your parents about how to get this information that they see. Because I'm willing to help other athletes that don't play football that need some direction. I'm available in that way as well. Because it's the same. It doesn't matter. But for you guys to play football, March 29th, man, I'm waiting. We're waiting. Okay? So don't miss your opportunity to get the cheat code to help improve your recruiting opportunities. All right. Be blessed. All right, y'all. Holla at me. Right? Like CeeLo said, I'll be around. You guys understand that? Because I